Donald Trump gave an absolutely grotesque and just overall bizarre speech in Georgia that I have a lot of clips from that I want to highlight, as I want you guys to take in the stark contrast between the Biden State of the Union we covered and this babbling nonsense filled with lies and delusion, and tell me who you think is more fit to run this country. Let's start with Trump ostracizing his own party, saying that he won't take back Republicans who didn't vote for him in the primaries.
I'd love to be part of their campaign. I think I could really help. These are phony people. So 90% of them we won't take back, and it could be 100.
I guess that rules out Haley as the VP. At this point, it's pretty clear that he's hardly interested in anything besides being a little cult leader. He's not even trying to pander or bring in moderates or independents. He's just pandering to his base at this point. It's shocking how mask off he is about it, however. He must really think that MAGA will be enough to win. Heads up, it's not. And then it just displays his mindset as well. If you're not for him, you're against him. So he couldn't care less about you. That's hardly what you should be wanting from a unifying leader. Moving on, here he is saying, who cares about corporate greed? It's not a problem, and hey, I do the same thing.
It's probably true about Snickers. They throw a little bit less in. I'd probably do the same thing if I owned that particular company. But can I be honest with you? Who the hell cares about? That's not what the problem is.
Now, trust me, Donald, we all know that you would do the same thing. Your fraud lawsuit tells us everything we need to know. Something else that tells you a lot about what you need to know about a person, the company they keep. And here's Donald Trump bringing out Marjorie Greene, stating that America needs more people like her.
This country has to come back, and it's never going to come back unless we have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Please come up. Come.
Okay, I'm not going to subject you to seeing Marjorie's face, but trivia question, can anyone in the comments tell me a single bill that Marjorie has helped create or spearheaded into getting passed to become a law? I'll wait for that, and in the meantime, here is more 2020 election denialism cope from the failed former president.
By the way, I have to tell you that, I've done it twice. We did great the first time, 2016. We did much better the second time, like not even close. And it was rigged. It was rigged.
Okay, I want to address this quickly in a way that my math geeks will love, because Trump will not shut up about it, and neither will his voters. Trump got more votes in 2020, that is true, but only because more people voted. You see, in 2016, Trump received just under 63 million votes, where there was a total of just under 129 million votes, the exact math being him getting 48.8% of the vote. In 2020, he received just over 74 million votes, where there was a total of 155.5 million votes, or only 47.7% of the vote. So a lower portion of voters voted for him in 2020. 1% less of Americans casted a vote for him, and he lost the popular vote both times anyway. So while he touts 2016 as a success is beyond me, Trump then went on to have a string of gaffes only explainable by mental decline. Here he is mispronouncing a single word, compliments.
All compliments of an incompetent Biden.
Now, we know he never gives any, so maybe that's why he can't pronounce it. Next, he speaks of Putin. Wonder which world leader that is.
Ukraine and Russia wouldn't be fighting. I knew Putin. I know him very well. There was no way he was going.
Again, I don't know who Putin is or how he could stop the war, but I guess Trump knows him pretty well. Trump then referring to himself in third person, seemingly forgetting where to stop reading the teleprompter.
Dominant again. Yes, oh yes, and quickly. Says President Trump, yes, oh yes, we can.
The entire speech is filled with moments just like this, with the preacher asking for 20 cents a day to feed starving children, music in the background. I don't really get the vibe that he's going for here, says Speaker Brandon. Trump then going back to dangerous rhetoric, saying immigrants don't have dreams because they're monsters.
The migrants are hurting people. They talk about the beautiful dream of migrants. It sounds so nice, like in a fairy tale book. But some of these people are monsters, a big percentage of.
One of the most dangerous parts of Trump's presidency is the normalization of this kind of language that he was able to enable our country and culture to have, despite immigrants statistically being much less likely to commit all kinds of crime than US-born citizens and contributing in multiple ways to our economy. And yes, I mean both documented and undocumented. Trump also here furious that New York is giving power back to women who are victims of sexual assault. I wonder why that is.
They changed the law. New York is a very corrupt place. And this is killing New York because companies are leaving because they don't want to get caught in this bind. They changed the law that allowed women to go back like unlimited.
Yeah, and we all know why your businesses are leaving New York, because they're banned, because you're a fraud, because it was proven in the court of law. This is just deplorable rhetoric and behavior from someone who is expected to lead and guide a country and the next generation of youth and all those things that a president is supposed to represent and did before Trump and has since Trump and hopefully will continuing on as we move past Trump. But he can't even speak for an hour without it just being filled with delusions and gaffes. And then he wants to talk about Biden. Compare this to Biden's State of the Union address, and I think the answer is clear as to who America should want to move them forward. If you enjoyed this video, we're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that like button, leaving us a subscribe, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.